Hawaii, paradise in the Pacific, a land of stunning beaches, volcanic peaks, and a culture rooted in centuries of tradition. But long before it became a postcard-perfect destination, these islands were home to a people whose story began thousands of miles away. The first Hawaiians were daring Polynesian voyagers, navigating by stars and ocean swells. In double-hulled canoes, they crossed vast distances, settling these remote islands and forging a new society. Life in ancient Hawaii was shaped by the land and sea. People fished the abundant waters, farmed taro in lush valleys, and built thriving villages. Their traditions like hula, storytelling, and the building of heiau, or sacred temples, bound communities together. Hawaiian society was organized by a complex system of chiefs, priests, and skilled artisans. The people honored their ancestors and lived in harmony with nature, guided by a deep respect for the land, Aina, and the ocean that sustained them. Over centuries, the islands flourished. But in the late 1700s, a new era began. King Kamehameha I united the islands, forging a powerful kingdom admired across the Pacific. But soon, Western explorers and missionaries arrived, bringing new ideas and new ambitions. How did this island kingdom, once sovereign and independent, become the 50th state of the United States? For centuries, Hawaii was ruled by powerful monarchs. King Kamehameha I united the islands in the late 1700s, building a kingdom admired across the Pacific. The Hawaiian monarchy had its own laws, its own flag, and diplomatic relations with nations like Britain, France, and the United States. But the kingdom's location and fertile land made it more than just beautiful. It was strategic. Hawaii's location in the middle of the Pacific Ocean made it a vital crossroads for trade, military, and communication routes. Its deep harbors and proximity to both Asia and the Americas meant that whoever controlled Hawaii could project power across the Pacific. This strategic position attracted the interest of world powers, especially as steamships and naval fleets became essential for global influence. By the mid-1800s, American missionaries and businessmen began arriving, eager to influence Hawaiian politics and profit from its sugar industry. In the late 1800s, sugar was the gold of Hawaii. American planters and businessmen quickly amassed fortunes, gaining enormous political influence and tying Hawaii's economy ever closer to the United States. But this prosperity came at a steep price. The Hawaiian monarchy was pressured into signing treaties that favored U.S. interests, eroding the kingdom's independence and giving American businessmen greater control over land and resources. Among the most influential were Sanford Dole and the Committee of Safety, a group of powerful businessmen and politicians. Their goal was clear: to overthrow the monarchy and secure Hawaii's annexation by the United States. Lorin Thurston, another key figure, lobbied tirelessly for U.S. military bases in Hawaii, recognizing the island's strategic location in the Pacific. Control of Hawaii meant control of vital trade and military routes between the Americas and Asia. These businessmen saw Hawaii as a land of opportunity, ripe for economic gain and American expansion. They wanted to secure their sugar plantations, gain control over land and resources, and ensure that Hawaii would become a profitable territory under American rule. When Queen Liliuokalani came to power in 1891, she tried to fight back, seeking to restore Hawaiian sovereignty and reduce foreign influence. But powerful American businessmen, backed by U.S. Marines, had other plans. Their ambitions set the stage for a dramatic power struggle, one that would forever change the fate of the Hawaiian Islands. In January 1893, a group known as the Committee of Safety, made up of American and European businessmen and residents, plotted to overthrow the Hawaiian monarchy. Their goal was to remove Queen Liliuokalani and replace her with a government that favored their interests. On January 17, 1893, Queen Liliuokalani was confronted at Iolani Palace. U.S. Marines, dressed in 19th century uniforms, landed in Honolulu under the pretense of protecting American lives and property. But their presence gave crucial support to the coup. Facing overwhelming force and wishing to avoid bloodshed, the Queen surrendered her throne. The coup was largely bloodless, but it marked a devastating loss for the Hawaiian people and their sovereignty. In the aftermath, Queen Liliuokalani tried to negotiate for her people, but she was soon placed under house arrest in Iolani Palace. The trauma of the overthrow would echo for generations. Power shifted swiftly. Sanford Dole and the Committee of Safety established a provisional government, ending the Hawaiian Kingdom and setting the stage for US annexation. Many native Hawaiians resisted the new regime, but their voices were suppressed by military and political power. The overthrow, though bloodless, left deep wounds that remain to this day. The events of 1893 forever changed Hawaii, ending its monarchy and beginning a new and often painful chapter in its history. The legacy of the overthrow continues to shape Hawaii's identity, as the islands remember both the beauty of their heritage and the pain of lost sovereignty. At first, annexation wasn't popular in the US. Even President Grover Cleveland called the coup illegal. But by 1898, during the Spanish-American War, America needed Hawaii as a strategic naval base in the Pacific. Suddenly, annexation became inevitable. Hawaii was officially annexed in 1898, turning the once sovereign kingdom into US territory. Native Hawaiians had no vote, no choice. For decades, Hawaiians lived under US territorial rule. It wasn't until 1959, after years of debate, that Hawaii officially became the 50th state of the United States. The vote passed with overwhelming support, but many argue it was not a fair reflection of native Hawaiian voices. Many native Hawaiians felt the statehood vote did not truly represent their voices. The options on the ballot were limited, full independence was not offered, and US authorities controlled the process. Some argue that the vote took place under pressure, with native Hawaiians outnumbered by military personnel and recent arrivals. For many, statehood marked another loss of sovereignty rather than a free choice. Today, the islands pulse with a unique blend of old and new. Honolulu's skyline rises above ancient fish ponds, while hula dancers perform at festivals and local markets bustle with the flavors of many cultures. Yet, Hawaiians face real challenges, balancing the demands of tourism with the need to protect fragile ecosystems and working to preserve native traditions in a rapidly changing world. The spirit of aloha endures, guiding the islands as they navigate the future. Yet the islands also face challenges, balancing growth, preserving the environment and honoring the legacy of its people. Hawaii stands as a place where past and present meet, offering both paradise and a living history.